Vibe 105.
All right, it's Apollo P here, Vibe 105. I call this Apollo for the people. I'm in the studio, or I guess the back room, with my man AM. Tell the people what's up.
What's up, what's up? AM in the building.
All right, man. Yo, you've been up to a lot of stuff since our last interview, man. How you been?
I've been good, man. Just progressing, trying to keep working, you know?
All right. So first question I want to ask you, how do you feel your music growth, like musically growth?
I think it's slowly getting there. Like, you know, I'm all about patience here, you know?
Nah, that's a track.
So I'm just trying to slowly build in the puzzles, you know, piece by piece. And yeah.
So how do you feel about your personal growth, your interpersonal growth?
As a writer, you know, I'm just slowly finding different kind of inspirations in the city, you know. So I feel like, you know, as a personal growth, I'm getting there, you know. I'm just learning, growing, you know.
All right, man, let's talk about your music, all right? So you put an EP 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Want to say it's called City.
It's Cold Heart, City Lust.
Okay, man. Cold Heart, City Lust.
Yeah.
All right, so you play with the idea and a lot of the concepts of relationships in there.
Right.
But before I get into there, I just want to ask, like, how was it making the project, the EP?
So I made this EP during the winter time. So I had like a lot of feel and vibes during like the cold weather, you know? And yeah, slowly finished it out, dropped it around May. So yeah, like the concept of the EP was just like based on just like probably like past relationships, stuff like that. Just like the dark side of the city, like the politics, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, because in my last interview, I do mention you saying I want to be involved in no politics. You feel like that's still like a thing that's like by your life all the time? Like every time you walk outside your house, there's like some type of politics?
No, not at all. I just try to address the politics like, yo, we shouldn't be like against each other. Like, why are we like, you know? Like for example, the track Dark Side. Like I was explaining about like niggas shooting each other for just dumb shit. Probably like because they have like, you know, they have ops or whatever, like, you know. But I was explaining like, oh, people are dying every month. You know, at that point in the city, I feel like in the city there was a lot of people like dropping out for no reasons, you know, just for pathetic reasons. And I felt like I had to address it and just try to get people aware of the situations going on and just like try to find hope in people and try to stop like the violence. All right.
Do you ever feel, as an artist and as a person of the community, do you ever feel like you want to just, you know, talk to these guys on a personal level and go like, yo, just chill out? Just maybe having a conversation might solve what could possibly end in like bloodshed and stuff like that?
That's why I try to put in the music. I try to put in the music, get the message out there. But like, you know, we're talking to another individual, like you can't really tell them what to do or not to do. You can only just give them advice, you know? Yeah, so that's what I do for a few of my friends out there, you know?
All right, like you mentioned before, romance.
Yeah.
What, were you in a past relationship that, you know, had you scarred a little bit, my guy?
Nah, it was just, it was one of those where, like, you know, it was just, you know, dealing with a lot of emotions and stuff like that. I felt like I wanted to express it into a song. And, I don't know, just put out the feels and vibes to it, you know?
Well,
it's just like with relationships.
Yeah. You know? Well, are you afraid of relationship? The idea of being with like in a relationship at all? Does that scare you a little bit? Maybe not scare, but
well, it doesn't scare me of being in a relationship or like, you know, getting to know other people, other girls and shit. But it's just like for that particular song and the EP, I was just expressing my emotions and how I felt during that time in my life, in that relationship, and just Yeah, it's something I wanted to get out of my chest, really, you know?
Yeah.
It's not something like I'm scared of. It's just something like, it's just how I felt. So I just, everything, like with music with me, when I write, I could only write with how I feel, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I put out this project based on that type of concept. So I just wanted to get it out there and, like, you know, not really speak on it again, you know?
You just want to like just purge yourself of it.
Yeah.
All right, but you also play with like ideas of like having a shorty by your side,
Right?
Yeah, because you have tracks like All Mine, tracks like Candy Girl,
Yeah.
which is remix, and then
Habibi,
Habibi,
yeah.
Habiti.
Yeah.
You like, so it's like you kind of you play the off and on type of hot and cold thing.
Yeah, just trying to get like the girl fan base going, you know, have them enjoy something I put out.
Yeah, I like to say like artists need to like start paying attention to more the females, man, because I feel like females are very loyal.
Right,
Very loyal. I think the only like hip hop artists that are able to survive without like a strong female fan base are the Locks. I said that before. Like I don't know any girls that are listening to the Locks. You know any girls that listen to the Locks?
Not really.
Nah, and they strong, man. They strong in this hip hop.
Yeah.
But like everyone else, you gotta have a strong female fan base.
Right.
Like
I try to stay versatile still,
Yeah.
so I try to touch on every alternative part in hip hop and rap.
so, would you say you're gonna ever put out like a love EP at most, or is this like City, Cold City Lust? All right, I'm messing up already.
Cold Heart City Lust.
Cold Heart City Lust, is that the closest that we're going to get to you talking to being emotional about?
Emotional about relationships and stuff like that. Well, probably, I guess so. You know, only time could tell. Cause I basically write on how I feel at the moment, at the time. Music's like therapy to me, kind of. You know, so I just base it on my life, kind of.
All right, so I also saw that you did a track with Dolo Brasi, UK artist.
Yeah.
I'm saying that right, Brasi?
Dolo Brasi, yeah.
Dolo Brasi. All right, he's from the UK. You guys did a collab together.
Yeah,
How'd
yeah.
that even come about?
Yeah, he's a young kid from UK, you know. He just hollered at me, hit my line, you know. It's like, yo, he's fucking with the music, the movement and shit. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt, just to hear him out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, I was messing with his tunes that he had out. He just recently dropped a mixtape, you know. Shout out to him.
Yeah, because I'm noticing a lot of Toronto artists are going to the UK, UK coming
Yeah,
over here.
I'm trying to expand too. I'm trying to expand to the UK right now. Like I know UK and Toronto, like we have so much similarities, you know. And I'm just trying to, and I've noticed, like I used as I dropped tracks and shit, I've noticed that I've have a fan base, a core fan base in the UK. So I try to get like everyone's familiar in the UK to do a track with them. Try to expand the fan base.
You're working.
Yeah.
You're working. So, yeah, I guess that leads me to ask, like, are you working with other UK artists out there in the future? Or, I mean, are you going to try to work with more, or are you currently working with one right now that you could just let us know?
Not artists specifically, but probably with production for sure.
Mm-hmm. Can you drop some names?
Probably, you know, I'm trying to hit up 5 Beats, you know.
Okay, okay.
I know a lot of my niggas over here, you know, they mess with him, you know. But I'm definitely trying to reach out to him.
And is that obviously you mentioned that's something you're trying to expand your growth into the UK market, but you want to ever go out there, try to do a couple shows, or maybe just work the land to see the
Definitely.
artists and stuff like
I'm
that?
trying to get out there. Trying to get out there, do a couple shows, probably do a small little European tour or some shit like that. Probably by I'm trying to have that jumping by fall this year. Yeah, for sure.